Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's his next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Is Bitcoin going to break down below the 30K level and head straight down to the 17K? Or is it going to break up and go even higher into the 50K range? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episodes. So make sure you stay tuned, watch until the very end. And also, I'm back broadcasting on Twitch. Isn't that great? I got my Threadripper here. It's finally came and I got it set up, and I'm really excited. Now I'm back. I'm back in action. I'm back broadcasting both on YouTube and on Twitch, and I'm so happy about that. So yeah, if you want, you could also check me out on Twitch as well. Oh man, so it's gonna be a bumpy ride, folks. It's a really scary ride for the next little while. I really see that the Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe the altcoins not so much. I think the altcoins are probably going to be all right, but the Bitcoin and Ethereum, I see a nightmarish scenario unfolding, and we're going to be talking about how to trade that as well as trading in lower time frames as well. So if you're interested in doing some trades today, yeah, you could do so by heading over to bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below, where you could earn I think it's like $1,000, $2,000 in bonuses, right? Stuff like that if you follow the deposit schedule, right? So check out the description to find out some more information below. Okay, well, before we get into the trading, I want to tell you that this is not financial advice, right? Please do your own research before putting any money in the market. All right, let's get on to the chart, shall we? As normal. Okay, so let's head over to our discussion. Last time we talked, right? We said I didn't like having to jump back in if the price, once we break down and it comes back at you, I don't like it to do that. But it came back, and then you met your target perfectly when we're talking about the breakdown M trade here. As you can see, boom, you met your target. You had to take profits right at that mark because, well, it's coming right back at you. So, yeah, coming right back at you. And unfortunately, look at this. Look at this trade right here. You can see that although Bitcoin's in a world of hurt and destined, and we'll talk about that. We're effectively destined to break down through here. No guarantees on that, but that's the most likely scenario. However, not before we get the last bulls all happy and getting them in to suck them in and drive them out and wipe them all out one last time. That's because that's how the market works. In reality, it basically tries to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people most of the time. Okay, so the best way for it to do that is to actually get you all riled up and excited to jump into the market. And the best way to do that is to get you right up, get price actions right up to where the breakout level is, and everybody's thinking, yeah, it's gonna go, and it does not. Yeah, I mean, it's still possible that retail blows a hole through the top here. Of course, it's not impossible to happen, right? It has happened before. These guys have been the retail, not retail, but institutional investors have been screwed by retail in the past, and you can see that with GameStop and a few others. But the probabilities are low. So, alrighty. So this would be your trade here for your long trade, right? And you can see right here now, this is the breakout level, and so the 2 to 1 is right about here. Let's see. Let's get the 2 to 1. Let's do it. Boom. Oops, not quite. Come on. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit. Maybe that will help me. There we go. That will help get me closer to the 2 to 1. Oops, no, that's 5 to 1. There we go. That would be your stop loss. And this would be a breakout trade to the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, bringing us up close to where I really think the target price of Bitcoin will be. We can see that there's a confluence of price action here with the 13 EMA and the 200 EMA moving average, not EMA, moving average, which is very critical junction point. You can see that the daily has broken down from it, and we might have to retest this before we go and roll over. I feel that we'll probably go above it a little bit and then roll over. That happens a lot, so don't be surprised if maybe I don't see us closing a daily candle above this, the 200 period moving average. I really think that any kind of movement above the 200 period moving average or the $42,000 level will only be a wick, and it will not last. Now, that's not saying that it's not possible to happen. It's just the most probable scenario that's going to play out over the next coming days. And then, yeah, it's lights out. Oh boy, they love doing that. But there is some news. There is some good news, right? Of course. Because if you look, you do see a little bit of a W action happening here. Not the greatest of W's, but it is a W in any sense. You can see there, let's go down to the 4-hour. It's pretty clear here on the 4-hour that we've created a W-ish action, which is a breakout, of course, is at the $40,800 level. So let's just see how that plays out over time. Sorry to interrupt in the middle of the stream, but head over to blockfi.com/DaVinciJ15 and you could earn $250, also 8.6% on your crypto. Of course, know your risks, and you'll be able to trade crypto over there. Also get access to a credit card, allow you to spend your crypto. Links are in the description below. Let's head over to Ethereum and see what we got there. Let's clean up the charts a little bit and see what we've got. You can see that Ethereum is doing the exact same thing, creating a little bit of a W pattern so that we can say, hey, you know what, we're gonna take the breakout. But you know, Ethereum loves to do fake outs on these W's. So and it looks like the fake outs happening on Bitcoin more so than Ethereum. So I'm not sure if you want to run this fake out. But the good news is we're heading up that direction. So that means you can probably find some sort of, oh, look at that, there you go. Some sort of market structure to take you there. That's what I was talking about. This is like, you know, all these W's, right, are called fractals, right? Right, because the market repeats over and over again. A fractal is basically a repeating pattern. And you can see that we're having that playing out over and over again, making it extremely easy for traders to trade and profit from. Now, of course, none of these fractals do not play out with 100% certainty, so do not trade like that. Make sure that you take proper risk management, meaning that you don't bet more than 5% of your total portfolio on any one trade. So 5% is the maximum loss you could take should you take this trade up here. You can see we've already started to take off. So this thing has already left the building a little bit. So it might not be incumbent to you to buy this up here. Maybe you might want to try to get a sneak back in on this and a roll back, but I don't like to do that. Mostly I tend to let the train go once I miss it. So that's up to you if you want to play that risk reward game. That's not how I play. So alrighty, so with that said, right, that's all we're gonna do for Ethereum. I think Ethereum will roll over, but man, if I showed you where I think Ethereum was gonna go, the downwards level of Ethereum is just absolutely crazy. I talked about it with with Chris and Carl, and I'm like, I don't even want to mention it. It's just so depressing on my channel. But here, I mean, if we go to the weekly, right, you can see the 200 weekly moving average is right at the 500 level. I see here, if we see it here, 200 weekly. It's not showing up on this. Why it's not? Why? Oh, it's because it's spot trading. Okay, so if we clear this and go to the weekly, it's not good. Right, you can see the 200 weekly is down here, and AB equals CD brings us down in here and down like into like the absolute gutter. A lot of information here shows us that this thing is a possible breakdown to $500 level ish area here, and I'm like, what? No, man, that can't be. It can't be. Right? So I don't know. You take it with the. I'm not buying it. I just can't. I can't buy it. It's just not happening. I'm gonna be living in denial. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna believe that Ethereum's breaking down all the way down there, based on the TA. I just can't. I can't buy it. I don't. You know what? It's the TA's always. There's always a probability that it's completely wrong. So I'm going to accept it as being completely wrong this time, and leave it at that. But you heard it here first. Possibility all the way down to 500. It'd probably be only a wick, but still. Ouch. World hurt. I don't want to see that. Oh man. Worst case scenario, of course, for Bitcoin, right? Just to go over that, it is we could see Ethereum basically head all the way down to 17,000, and wick down to 17-ish thousand, 17-ish dollars, and you can see that the 20,000 would obviously be serious resistance. I feel that there is more like this. You can see right here where there's like a lot of traffic here in the $17,000 gap area. You can see that this is probably where we'll see any kind of wick down in that area, and then off we go. If this happens, of course, in a short period of time, meaning next month, this is the end of the month, end of May. If we see this happen for June, I think that's the end of the bear cycle, and you can say, okay, that's it. We are off to the races. So you can pretty much set your buy orders anywhere in the 17,000, below the 20,000, or around the $20,000 area, and you know that you've hit the bottom. So I wouldn't go for the 17 though, because that's only like at the worst case scenario. I would go just above the 20,000-ish area, so the 22, 23 if you're buying and holding. Thank you all for joining us. It's been a great episode. Appreciate everybody, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like, bell button, subscribe and all. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.